Hey guys, this demonstration is going to be for the picture or word stitch, which is this one right here underneath the stitching types. You might not have an SAJ because those are my initials. You might have yours or another word. Here I have it in my section 3. I'm just using an extra demonstration here, so here I'm going to do it in section 4. I do recommend drawing the word out using a Sharpie, and I would make your letters spread out and pretty large across the burlap, so you can use that as a template. You're going to come up from underneath on your first letter. I'm going to start at the top of the S, and I have to kind of feel with my finger. Come all the way through. You want to pull until you predict yourself getting close to the end of that orange string. Cut this off so it's out of the way. So I'm getting close to the end. I'm going to flip it over so I have all my knots on the back. To make my knot, there's my fishy. Underneath through its head, pull tight, and you want to do this 2 times, trying to make the knot on top of each other. So the second time you pull, you want to pull slowly so that it ends up on top of the first knot that you tied. So it's thicker. Now it's not going to pull through here. So I'm just going to stitch. Stitching is on top of a piece of fabric, so we're stitching on top of the burlap. I'm going to dive down. I'm underneath now, so I can't go around. I have to come up from underneath, and I have to feel with my finger and make it come up on that line of the S. A little bit over. Pull tight. I'm going to dive all the way down. I'm just following that pattern that I drew with the Sharpie. And the curves are kind of hard. You don't want to leave too much space so it does still look like an S. Now, when I want to move to my next letter is A. I want to move on the bottom. So I don't want to come over here like this, because watch what happens. I have this ugly line there. So I'm going to back it up. Go in reverse. And rather than moving through the A on the top, I want to move my yarn over on the bottom. So I'm going to come up underneath. Now you can't see that line. You sort of can, but you will see it on the back there, not on the front. So it's like a space in between my letters. And then I would keep going. Come up from underneath, catch your breath, dive back down. And then I would move over again to the J from the back of my burlap. Then once I finish all my letters, I would tie a knot on the back and cut it off. If you're doing different colors, if I was doing a orange, purple, orange, I would have to knot it on the back with my S and then start again with a new color on my A with a new knot. So every knot I want to start with a knot and end with a knot. And that's how you do the cross stitch picture or word stitch.